told you, I'm a man of my word.
What do you do with all your money?
You see, I'm a guy of simple taste. I enjoy dynamite, and gunpowder, and gasoline. And you know the thing that they have in common? They're cheap.
Says you were a man of few words.
Oh, I am. I'm only burning my half. All you care about is money. This town deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to him. It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
Hey, Joker, you know gasoline not cheap no more, right? Woo, boy. It's not about the money. It's about the message. Did you see the look on that guy's face when the Joker said, I'm only burning my half? Lit and flame. The man looked like you was burning his money. Wake up. It's my money. But you know, I would really like y'all to give me a standing ovation, a clap, maybe a dislike, whatever y'all love to do. This is my 4th copyright claim. Yeah, this is my 4th copyright, right? Like, I'm not getting any money from these videos. Because it's not about the money for me right now, it's about the message. And maybe it'll never be about the money. And that's when you're gonna see that I'm dangerous. Yeah, when it comes to my messages. And guess what, I'm capping. My name is Captain Full. So you might not like what I said yesterday, and I might get amnesia or Alzheimer's tomorrow and forget what I did say. Doesn't matter. Time moves on and shit gotta go on. So I don't care what I say. It's just a thought that's under the sun that I put here on this caption, and maybe I'll change my mind tomorrow what I say. That's the reason my name is Captain Full. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons, right? So I'm looking. And I've been trying to avoid Crawford and ERROL SPENCE. I just made a video about Hush No Rush with Devin Haney. I made a video about TBE, Everlasting Ali. I did a couple other videos with Brian Garcia and, you know, numbers and this and that and the way boxing's going. Yo, we might as well go this way because boxing's irritating. Is irking the shit out of me. I've been trying to avoid the Terrance Crawford and ERROL SPENCE. I haven't been making any videos. I've been waiting. But now that I'm hearing that there's no fight going on, right? And they saying maybe next year, nigga, you think I'm thirsty? You think I'm thirsty? So you think I'm gonna keep going on and on and on with this shit to next year, till they get it right? Yeah, that's what y'all think, right? Nah, it ain't happening. As you can see, I got other videos to make, but I have to attend to this right now because I'm starting to see some shit that it kind of makes sense, right? And you know, Crawford, he's a dog, and he might not agree what I'm gonna say because, and if he doesn't agree, who am I? And if he decides to go on with this situation and on and on and on to the break of dawn, with going to next year to fight ERROL SPENCE, hey, he's a dog. He don't back down to no challenges. That's one. So my opinion has nothing to do with him. I know what he's gonna go and do. But since strategically the PBC is aging Crawford out, they aging this man out. Well, I feel, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I feel that Crawford shouldn't go with the program no more. All right? Y'all can keep talking about sources, like I said, if it's real or if it's not real. All this stuff, right? Guarantees, 35, 65. We could go by not the gross, but the net that he's Yo, everything that's going on, but you know what I know? Do you know what I know right now? That there's no fight happening. This is something that I can see, not have opinion on. I'm seeing it, I'm smelling it, I'm feeling it in the air. I'm blowing oxygen. And in this time and moment, there's no date, there's no time, and who failed who? Who failed who? Because the whole story could be this. This is your Spence fans. Y'all can come with all the details and all the arguments when somebody come up with something and say touche, right? But at the end of the day, is ERROL fighting to be undisputed? You can blame Bud. Hey, this is the whole situation here. If this fight never happened, this is your story. This is your story, Spence fans. Well, you know the reason why that Spence wasn't fucking undisputed because Crawford didn't want to get with the program. That's all that's going on. That's all you are from now to in the future. You could blame Crawford. But at the end of the day, did that man have a chance to go undisputed? No. Yeah, you can blame Crawford all you want. See, I'm not going to go tit for tat, blow for blow, toe to toe. Play all these fucking niggerish games, man. All these Wakanda games, man. Because to me, y'all niggas sound like this. Let me tell you what y'all sound like.
Do you know why I put you over? Because I was at the stop sign for too long? Yeah, what's up with that? Why was you just sitting there? I was just waiting for it to turn green. I figured it's better than running through it. Where you headed? I'm at home. Okay, where you live? With my parents. Okay, where do your parents live? They live with me. Okay, where do you all live? We all live together. Okay, so where's your house? It's next to my neighbor's house. Hey, where's your neighbor's house? Ooh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me. Next to my house. Step out the car, please. I'm going to jail? Yep.
There's always an answer for an answer. An answer. Always got an answer. Always got an answer. The answer have nothing to do with nothing, but you got an answer. So I'm not playing these games. After a while, I just get fed up with shit, man. So instead of me going and giving the same Terrance Crawford strategic way of showing proof to the ERROL Spence fans, because y'all always gonna have an answer, I'm just gonna come with a solution here, man. And what I think should happen. Okay, my opinion, it's been 6 months for a contract to happen. It's 6 months for this fight to happen. A lot of people will make excuse for that and say, well, this is a big fight. Yeah. And all this so on, right? But what I'm seeing now is like, there's some tension going on with Al Heyman and Espinoza. And I see there's a way that we could get around this. You know what I'm saying? Because, Al Heyman, he got the power. He got the fighters. Espinoza, he got the showtime. He got the budget, right? And when the fighter needs this, the budget gives that to the fighter. And hey, seems like Espinoza can't put on his big boy pants, man. You know what I'm saying? Conor called you a weasel. I think it's time to get back in weasel mode or something. I don't know what it is, man. But I think I'm just going to come straight forward and say it right away before I give you all the Terrance Crawford lines and stuff for the ERROL Spence fans. And the ERROL Spence fans can say touche or whatever, and I got an answer for you because they always got an answer for some shit. But I think that Crawford, my opinion, I'm not saying to back down to Crawford because he's a dog. And whatever he does, I will support him in that, okay? But I feel that at this moment now, I'm not going along with the program no more. You fight your mandatory, and I fight my mandatory. Now, my mandatory is what? Virgil Ortiz, if that's the case. What you saying, nigga? I hear you coming with some shit, nigga. Oh, the WBA. Oh, here we go. Oh, you're trying to say Virgil Ortiz might fight Standonius. Here we go. Here, let me give you a little research about WBA. We know, not the casuals, but we know that the WBA been through some shit already. All right, in court. allegedly about laundering or lobbyists money, trying to get certain people up on the rankings. So I don't give a fuck about the WBA right now. I told you I was coming for these niggas right here. I told you. And another reason why, you know what? Let me get straight to the point where I don't like these motherfuckers right now at this point. So they need to be back in the line. Okay? They need to be in the back of the line, but it doesn't work that way. But I'm going to show you something. And I want you to listen to what's going on here, because how you going to apologize for something you did that you know you was wrong to do? Come on, man.
Good, good. Oh, okay. Thank you. Stop. How are you? Thank you for being such a nice Thank you. Thank you for understanding. You know, you the business, you know, but I was fooled. But I'm sorry about it. No, it's okay. I was fooled. No problem. I know, but
it'll be settled tonight in the ring.
You don't need to say sorry. Just you bring your job and.
But anyways, I had to do it personal, Manny, because you have behaved like a real gentleman, and you teach lessons to others, you know, so it's kind of, anyway.
But did you let him know about the 100 years and the centennial?
Yes, that's one of the things. After the fight, I don't know if I go directly to Manila because I know you're busy there. You're going to be, this is 100 years of WBA, centennial. You're going to be a champion, like I'm already for life. You know, I have a belt that you know made the process. It's getting the ring. It's going to come to resolution afterward. It doesn't matter whatever it is.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So Mendoza, WBA, you apologize to Manny Pacquiao because you know you did him wrong. You did him wrong by get it together. You fucking glitching, nigga. Okay, you did him wrong by stripping him. And you know you was wrong because you make a rinky-dink Tonka-toy fucking belt, and I couldn't understand this shit. I'm seeing August sitting there with a fucking WBA belt. I know they stripped Manny, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing Manny sitting near August with a fucking belt, and I'm like, wait a minute, two of them got two WBA belts? What the fuck is going on here? But no, you knew you was wrong. You know you was wrong. But insist on doing wrong because you know why? Cash rules everything. And I don't know who slipped what under the table for you to make that move. Because I know under the WBA there's plenty of fighters that still got their belt for being inactive. And they still rocking their belt for inactivity. And you're saying COVID, coronavirus happened, then, you know, you get him for inactivity and he's an icon and you disrespect the icon, but you forgot that what you did was wrong. But how do you get amnesia? Money. Money gives you amnesia. So somebody slips something to you, allegedly. I mean, who did it benefit? Who did August got the belt, right? I mean, he's a PBC fighter. I don't know. Allegedly, who knows why that happened that way, right? I have my reasons, but this video is not for that reason, right? So I don't really give a fuck about the WBA, okay? I don't. Because you're going to apologize after you do the action. And you knew the action was wrong in the get-go. And that's why you give this nigga, Manny Pacquiao, a fucking rinky-dink belt. Saying 100 years, you'll be ingrained. And, man, nigga, get that soft shit out of here, man. Get that soft shit. So I don't care about that. But let's get back to the hand where it comes to you telling me that Stan Leone is going to have to fight Virgil Ortiz and this shit. Nah, man. See, this is why y'all stepping on your dicks. Y'all stepping on your motherfucking dicks. Because now I'm like, wait a minute. Spence, you got a mandatory that you got to face. You haven't faced since Ocampo. What is it, 2-3 years? That should be first. But then I'm hearing shit that, well, Stan Adonis, he's next in line. You know, because the WBA, they got to consolidate their belts ASAP. You know, this shit's fucking emergency, right? So, you know, Al Hammond, they gave Stan Adonis step aside money again. So on the dotted line, there's a signature saying that at the next time, you know, so is there a contract or there's no contract? Or there's a term sheet or whatever it is to say that Stan Leone has got ERROL Spence next? And if so, when did that happen? Whoa. Yeah, when did that happen? When was that premeditated? Okay? Because all I see for ERROL Spence is Stan Adonis, Keith Thurman, and Boots Ennis. And the way I see it, and all these boxing fans, regardless if you like Crawford or not, Crawford, he's a super WBO, or maybe it's a global. He got about 18 months. So from November coming up, that will be a year. Because remember, from Kell Brook to Sean Porter, that's a year. From Sean Porter to right now, we were supposed to see Errol Spence, that would be a year. So he'll be fighting somewhere all the way in May or May, June. I don't know, somewhere around there. My man got plenty of time. He got plenty of time. So when I see Errol Spence and I see 3 boxes that he got to fight and he got to face, but he did say in that ring after he fought Ugas, he said, listen, man, the only person I want is who? Crawford. And that's it at 147. So tell me that, you know what? Like I said, let me leave that for the back. Let me just move to the forward, okay? Because I'm going to give you, the Terrance Crawford, scenarios and shit like that. But I'm saying who should come first? And I believe Boots could come first. Now, here we got all the power, right? You got all the power in the fucking blood, right? So, Espinoza, but wait a minute, Espinoza, you got a young Roy Jones, up and coming, he's an up and coming star. And you have a way to make this man a star. How are we going to do this, bro? Well, Al Haymon, he got all the fighters, right? No. He ain't got but one fighter, and that's Terrance Crawford, a free agent. Where are you going with this, Caps? Where are you going with this, Caps? Well, all I'm saying is, like I am capping. I'm capping. And sometimes when you cap, you say shit that don't make no sense. But I don't care, man, because whatever I'm saying, it's going to come out. It's going to have to come out somehow, some way, and somebody else might have a better thought and put it on a video and retweet my shit. So it is what it is. All I'm saying, this man here is a free agent. He got a problem with Errol Spence. We having issues with contracts and who to believe who, right? Then we have a man over here that's boosted. Nobody wants to fight. But he made it in the rankings successfully. Nothing under the table. He put that work in. And he's a mandatory for Errol Spence. But we over here, we got some kind of contract, because of WBA, and Keith Thurman's up there too. We don't know what's going on, but we do know one thing. Errol Spence said he don't want to fight Keith Thurman. So let's just keep him out. Let's keep him out. But when it comes to Standonius, is Errol going to fight Standonius and not fight Boots? Because IBF should be coming first. Yeah. Nah, nigga, yeah. That's who should be coming first. But let's get back to this Espinoza, man. Yo, how you going to make this man a star? How you going to get your revenue back? How you going to get your return back on this man? But you can't do it with any of those Al Haymon fighters asking for $10 million to fight Boots and all this bullshit. But you got a free agent over here. And you see, I'm showing you that I know that we're not going to get no answers of who's going to be right and wrong. No matter what, Spence fans are in love and they're blind. Terrance Crawford fans are in love and they're blind. And no matter what this person say in one ear, it comes out the other. Mumbo jumbo, whatever. I always say that, right? So how are we going to make this work? Well, I'm just saying. I believe in Bud. And I believe Bud will fight anybody. You step to this nigga, he ain't fucking with you. He ain't playing with you. He's going to get in your face. And he's going to get in your chest. And he's going to let him know, this is what it is. And we're just going to have to throw down. So, if I was Bud, with that kind of energy, and if I was Bud, that kind of energy, I say, you know what, motherfucking Errol Spence, you and you fucking out here, y'all playing games. Y'all trying to pretend like this is all my fault, whatever, right? So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back the fuck off. You fight your mandatory. I fight my mandatory. And my mandatory is Virgil Ortiz. That's my young blood that I got to fight. That's who he is for the WBO, regardless if you like it or not. Right? And I still got time. He ain't fighting no Standonius, because Standonius is ready to fight Errol Spence. And that comes first, a championship. All right, so I ain't trying to hear this bullshit. So the nigga that came up and said that in my ear, in my mind, sit the fuck back down. I don't want to hear that shit, right? So now, I'm saying to myself, man, this is an opportunity for Espinoza. You got a free agent that's beefing with Al Heyman and his fucking Errol Spence and this diva shit. You can make this shit work. But it depends. Now, this is later in the future. But if Virgil end up fighting Crawford, fine. But if this man, this is how Terrance Crawford fans is going to get your answer. Because we all know contract is a contract. If it's a contract, when did this contract happen between Standonius and Errol? And it was premeditated. That means they know this fight was going to happen, and it was never had the intentions to fight Terrance Crawford. So if that fight happens, we know that all that was bullshit with Terrance Crawford. You was never fighting this nigga because you had a contract in him. Now, the other thing is, if you don't fight your mandatory and you fight him, something's wrong. It's an IBF. What's going on? The rules are not getting regulated the way it's supposed to. How you have a contract with somebody to fight them because of a title eliminator? Come on, bro. Consolidate the WBA belts. So all of a sudden you got first dibs from somebody that's been IBF mandatory for 3 years. Yeah? All right. So now I'm looking and I'm saying, all right, well, let time always tell. Time always tell the truth. And I'm going to tell you right now, Errol Spence, I hope Staniolis fuck you up. I hope that nigga fuck you up. I hope Keith Thurman fucks you up. I hope Bruce Ennis fucks you up. I hope all three of them fuck you up. Because you fucking with me and the fans, yo. You and Al Heyman, man. Make this fight. And who failed Errol Spence? Y'all keep talking about it's Terrance Crawford that failed Errol Spence. No, it's the machine behind him. Nigga, get the fuck out of my head. I hear you again, my nigga. I hear you again, my nigga. Did you hear this nigga? I said, did you hear this nigga? Listen to him. Just listen to him.
Yeah, we hear it. All right, so all that you said, my one question, and it's a very simple question. To all of that, what is Terrance Crawford doing that the PBC should change the way that they do business just for him?
You see? You see? You hear it, right? You hear the bullshit, right? All right. So why should the PBC change his business, their business, for this man? Okay, you know, I'm getting to the point where I'm like this, man. Cut Al Heyman and Errol Spence the fuck out, right? And, you know, Espinoza, you got this man signed to you, Bruce Ennis. And it's not just that you signed, he's the mandatory for Errol Spence. So this is what we're going to do, man. And this is going to sound really crazy, right? But this is how we're going to get answers. We're going to see who's scary and shit. Who's the scary one? And at the end of the day, we're trying to get rid of a virus. And Crawford, you don't know how valuable you are right now. And how, because I remember you did a tweet saying there are going to be some changes. And I believe you're the man with the change, man. And the man with the symbol to show, to say, listen, I got the vaccination for this virus right here. I got the vaccine for this virus right here. And if I'm going to go out, I'm going out like a real man, all right? Like how boxers back in the days used to go out, no matter what. This is how we're going to work this, right? So I'm like, okay, we're going to get these answers. We're going to see who really didn't want to fight who. Who really didn't want to fight who. So we got Errol Spence, right? He decides he's not fighting the mandatory because his fans, his Spence fans, is going to come up with an excuse that, you know, he has to fight the WBA. What's so big difference between the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, the WBO? They're all sanctioned bodies. But this WBA is so special, right? They're so special that they got to be prioritized first. Knowing that Errol, get it together. Errol Spence should have done his mandatory. It's been 3 years. Now we all know the truth. Even Spence fans know that 3 years, no mandatory, this man comes first. Bruce Ennis. Okay? Not no title eliminator, not no solid WBA belts. No. But we see how it works with the WBC, the WBA. We know how it works with the sanction bodies and the promoters and slipping things under the table. We know how it works. But since we know it works that way, fine. We're going to show you how a real boxer works. And we're going to give you the answers about Errol Spence and why he's going to walk out and say, well, it's not my fault the fight don't happen. It's not my fault the fight don't happen. I know my part, but it's not my fault. Well, whose part is it? The machine in the back? But it's not your fault, right? But you got a gag order in your mouth because you can't talk about the faults of your machine. You could tweet about every fucking thing, but you can't tweet about your machine because you got a gag order in your mouth. Yeah, Al Haven got a gag order in your mouth. Yeah, he got a gag order in your mouth, gagging you real good. But you could tweet about every fucking body else. Fucking cunt shit. I can't stand this fucking generation, right? So, Crawford, you're a dog. I know you're a dog. You take any competition. Matter of fact, you said you would fight Boots. Now, this is how you show, and this is how I would go out. Because it's death before bondage. I ain't fucking I'm not going to be bonded. Nah, I'm dying, and I'm going to die with a message. And this is the message to these boxers right now, okay? This is it. At the end of the day, Errol got a mandatory, but Boots is your voluntary. This fight didn't happen in between y'all two. They lost. The machine lost. They failed Errol Spence. He ain't undisputed. That's one. But the way you go out, it's going to make everybody look like fools because you got the power. You got the power, bro. So this is what I'm saying because I'm capping. Crawford, if Errol Spence fights Standonius instead of fighting Boots, you fight Boots. Oh yeah, this sounds crazy, right? But you know, you're 36 years old. By next year, you're 36 years old, right? It's time to retire. Now, like I said, I'm not no man to tell another man to retire. I never told Manny to retire. I would never tell you. But if you know, only Crawford knows and his family knows that, you know, you did so much. Check. You did so much for this sport. I remember I used to do videos showing that you had an interview with Yahoo Sports saying, yo, if I was to retire today after I fight Khan, I'll be in a Hall of Fame. That's one, right? But you did so much already, all right? You did more than what you had to do, right? You're getting older. This is how an older boxer leaves. This is how a real boxer, and nobody, not even an Errol Spence fan, can say nothing to you. Fuck Errol Spence. Fuck him. If the fight ain't happening, the fight ain't happening. You and Espinoza has something in common. You a free agent. Espinoza and I have to fucking report to this motherfucking Al Heyman and his fighters because he got the power. And you, Espinoza, you got an up-and-coming fighter that's looking for some good names under his belt. Yeah, a real good name. And whoever is that will be Terrance Crawford. I feel, as a dog, as a man to a man, if you fight in a voluntary fight, now, I wouldn't tell you to do this right away. I will wait to see the moves of Errol Spence. Because we want to see who's wrong. Yeah, we want to prove who's wrong and who's right. Right? Now, this is my opinion. But it's just a thought under the sun. And sometimes when you leave a thought out there, it might grab attention to somebody. Right? So I'm just leaving it out there. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But as an old school, I'm 50. I always like to tell you I'm 50 because I look young like Muhammad Ali. I'm 50. And what I seen then to now, it's fucking doodle now. So I'm saying we need somebody to get this fucking virus off of us. This Mayweather virus, this zero can't go nowhere, right? And bro, you did so much for the sport. Go out with guns blazing. And no one, not a fucking Spence fan, because Spence would be like, well, that was his mandatory, and he didn't fight him. And then, you know, Crawford, he did more than he thought he was going to do. He ended up fighting Boots, right? 3-year mandatory, he fought Boots. Now, whether you win or you lose, You went out like a G. You went out like a champ, man. Guns blazing, and you passed the torch. And that's beautiful. You passed the torch. Now, let's say you win. Fine. You're still in the game. Good to go. You still got your WBO belt. But let's say you lose. Yeah, you lose. Well, this man has the belt. Bruce Ennis. Espinosa smiling. He just got a great name. A lineal he got him undisputed. These are the things, the accolades that he had that now you possess, Boots, because you beat the man, right? And that man was an honorable man, right? And we can always stand up with ovation and clap our hands. And anytime we hear Crawford stand up and say, that man was not afraid to let his O go. Not afraid to let your O go, man. And this is what we missing in the sport, my dude. This is what we missing in the sport. And you got the power. Fuck everything, man. Just go out with guns blazing. Because if you're going to go out, fuck ERROL Spence. If these niggas going to play these games, you show these niggas that it is what it is, nigga. This ain't no fucking zero hero. So you go ahead. You fight Boots. On the condition that ERROL Spence don't fight Boots. If ERROL Spence don't fight Boots and he fights Standonius, you sit back, you watch, see what goes on. You never know. Standonius, hey, you never know what's going to happen. But my moral of my story is this, my dude. You go out with your guns blazing. No one could never say you back down from a fight. You 36. You're 35, but you be in the year of being 36. Bro, this man's 25. Bruce Ennis. No one could look at you no other way. See, people thinking losing is losing, but losing is winning, brother. Losing is winning. Somebody got to hear me out there. You got to bring back that old spirit. You got to bring back that cure. Because this zero shit ain't working. You got me looking at fucking YouTubers now, man. Because I don't feel right with this sport no more. Because I know this shit is all corrupted and set up. So you losing, if I see you lose the Boots, I'm with you and I'm happy. I'm happy when you lose, bro. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Even when you win, I'm happy. Even when you lose, I'm happy. And we need this. And this is the perfect man to do it with. Bruce Ennis. You know why it's the perfect man to go do it with? Because guess what? If he gets the belt, if he wins, that's a whole nother story. If he wins, and he is what they say he is, and you give him the opportunity where everybody wants not to give him the opportunity, you do, and he wins, well, guess what? What happens now? What happens now, Errol? What happened with you and Al Heyman? And that's how we get our answers. That's how we get our answers. We fight the cure by getting rid of this zero from a man named Terrance Crawford. He went out guns blazing. He said he's 36 years old. I'm not doing it no more. It's going to fight my mandatory Virgil Ortiz. If it happens that way, and it's so be it, so be it. But in the meantime, you fight Standonius, hey, it is what it is. But at some time, if I'm going out blazing, my dude. I'm going out blazing. And if I'm going to pass the torch to someone, I will pass that torch to that man. And then that man will be the example of ERROL Spence being a pussy boy. And the ERROL Spence fans is not just doing it with the Terrance Crawford fans now. And all this back and forth, they're going to have to go back and forth with the Philly and the Boots fans. Now, I'm capping, nigga. And I come up with all kinds of shit. I'm not with this shit. I'm doing my own shit. And I'm feeling like this because I'm from that era. And I'm saying it. You thinking losing is a fucking problem. Losing to the right person is not a problem. And that man is young and he's up and coming. And he's on the rankings as #1 on the WBO. #2, #3 on all the other sanctioning bodies. He's up there, but no one going to give him the opportunity. But no man, no ERROL Spence fans, no Crawford fans, no fans will say, damn, man. Yo, the only thing that's going to be left in history was, yo, that was so-and-so mandatory. And this man over here, he in a fight, this man standing on this, and we don't even know what might happen. Or, you know it's an automatic fuck up. It's an automatic fuck up if he fights Keith Thurman. You know it's an automatic fuck up if he fights Keith Thurman, right? You know that, right? Come on, you know that, right? So, all I'm saying, you have more power than you think you got, Crawford. You said there would be changes in one of your Twitters. I remember that. But when I listened to that and I sat down, I said, damn, this man could actually do more than what he think he's going to do in the sport. And you know what? I know this man is one of the most smartest boxers, because he told this motherfucker, listen to this nigga here.
Bob said, it's the fighters. It's always the fighters. When they ask for something and it's a fight that can be made, we're going to go do it. We've worked with Top Rank, many times in the past, and it seems like the relationship's just been getting better and better. And
Hold up. Time out. Can you reverse what you just said a few minutes ago? It's the what? The fighters that makes the fight, that want the fight, you go get the fight.
That's right. I know where you're going to go with this.
All right. I just wanted y'all to hear.
I don't know where you're going. No. But it's a new day.
It's definitely a new day. It's definitely a new day, but I just wanted y'all to hear that on camera. So y'all know that Terrance Crawford has been staying in the fights. All the fights that y'all been on this year. I just want y'all to know that. Live and direct.
You see how this shit's connecting now. You see how this shit's connecting now, right? He premeditated this shit. He told this nigga, hold on now. You said it's what the fighters want, right? Now this is the machine over there he's talking to. ERROL SPENCE machine, Tom Brown, all these motherfuckers over there, PBC. He said, it's the machine, right? You sure it's the listen, you said it's what the boxers want, right? And then LaQuisha, right now in this present moment, right? Crawford's sister said, listen, I thought this nigga was a boss. I thought ERROL SPENCE says he's a boss. Man down promotions. Man down promotion. What? Man down. Listen, isn't it so funny from the present, from the past, how Crawford pointed to them and said, wait a minute. And this bitch ass nigga Barber said, it's a new day. Well, if it's a fucking new day, it's what the boxer want. So now we got to go back and forth. Right? Oh, is it the Spence or is it the machine? Is it Spence or is it the machine that don't want to fight? Because Tom Brown and them talking about, when the boxer want to fight, it's our obligation to make the fight for the boxer. So now, I'm hearing motherfuckers like this. I hear this nigga again in my head. Do you hear this nigga again in my head? Now he asking me this. How many times he asked me this? Listen to him again.
Bud Crawford used to get high-ass guarantees. Facts. The fact is, PBC don't pay high-ass guarantee. Facts. The question is that you have yet to answer, and now this is my 4th time asking this same question. What does Terrance Crawford bring to the table that PBC needs to change their business model for him? Very simple.
Okay, I'm going to answer it. You want to know why they need to change their business? Because ERROL SPENCE is asking for strap season, and ERROL SPENCE got the machine behind him. And if ERROL SPENCE want this fight, who's the boss? Wait a minute, who's the fucking boss here? Is it?
So you see how all this came right around, full circle, from Terrance Crawford telling Tom Brown, you said it's the fighters, it's what the fighters want, right? From his sister saying, man up, nigga, you the boss, right? I thought you was the boss, right? So we got some confusion here, right? Then you got this nigga, man. This nigga asking me 4 times like he defending the PBC. And he's been asking me 4 times. And I knew he's going to keep asking me this bullshit. Young whippersnapper, right? But I answered it. And guess what? The same answer contains to what's going on that was in the past what Crawford was saying and Letitia was saying. But guess what? Holy shit. This man got a fucking Holy Spirit in him. For some reason now, today, let me tell you what he had to say today and who he's blaming now. Listen up, ERROL SPENCE fans. Y'all fucking up, man.
You just accept what's already in front of you. And if you PBC, you mean to tell me you can't find a way to offer him something that he'll accept? So I'm blaming both of their asses, bro, right now. Because I just want to see the fight. And at the end of the day, I believe it's something going on between those two parties. Because I believe the PBC already got Earl to agree. Because Earl is their fighter, they know how to do business with him. And we ain't hearing shit from Earl. Earl good. Earl already said like 2-3 months ago, my shit done.
Fucking Spence good. Spence good. Yeah, he good, all right. He over there nibbling on Al Hammond mushroom tip. That's what the fuck he's good about. Got a fucking gag order, and you think he's good, like he can say shit. And you know these gag orders is in the contract. You know, we know these gag orders in the contract. Yeah, so your mouth full of fucking mushroom tip, nigga. So get out of here with that bullshit, man. And then this nigga now have the right to say, oh, well, you know, I got the spirit in me now. I feel it's the PBC fault. After this nigga been fucking with me, asking me questions. I ain't saying you're a fucking PBC provider and you're a lover, but nigga, don't come to me with this fucking PBC shit about 4 times. Like you trying to ambush me in some fucking shit. That's the wrong fucking question to ask me, to ambush me in anything. Because now you think I think you're a PBC lover. Fucking worried about PBC, man. Fuck that machine, nigga. Fuck all these motherfucking machines, man. I can't stand these fucking middle class and poor people worried about the motherfucking machine. Then y'all want to go back and, I swear to God, when y'all go back and forth, this is what the fuck I hear from y'all niggas. Watch what I... Yo, I swear I can't stand your fucking Wakanda lovers, man. I don't care if you fucking top rank lovers, Wakanda lovers, Eddie Hearn lovers, whatever the fuck you are, but y'all Wakandas, oh man, y'all the first one to tell somebody live in a fucking basement, a fucking tent, you live in your car, you got a cheap shirt on, what the fuck you got? Always in the comments, y'all worried about, I keep telling y'all Wakandas, man, if I'm poor, and you think I'm poor, it's still free to afford a fucking thought and an idea. That's still free in America, motherfucker. So y'all Wakandas always worried about money. Money, 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 money. You know what y'all motherfuckers are? Y'all some fucking empty shells. Y'all, this is what y'all was back in the days, man.
You swing that hammer, Mr. Watson. All right, come on then. Keep moving. Watch how you swing that hammer, you black bastard. That's it. Keep moving. And watch where you come. You black bastard, come on. You bastard, come on. Give me that chain. Keep moving, Mr. Offbeat. Hey, Pluto, come here. Pluto, come over here right now. Come here, I said. You heard me. Give that here. And you, Pluto, come here. I'll teach you to jump on your master's beach.
2 smacks from your motherfucking master. How dare you try to profile in front of the brothers coming off the boat? And that's what these American Wakandans are about, man. Always gotta walk out with a fresh new pair, but they ain't got a fucking pot to piss in. Got a fucking credit score, like 400. Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Don't worry about what I got. And if I was poor, listen, I know how it is to be poor. I know how to be middle class. I know how to be rich. I know how to go back to being a poor. I know how to be back middle class. And I know how to be stable. All right? I know how to live in my car with my mother for a year. Okay? I know how it feels to be poor. Yeah, I know how it feels. But still, it doesn't make me less of a man. So, it's easier to kick somebody in the chest. It's easier to stab somebody. It's easier. It's so easy to do the worst of the worst. But to be stable, it's the hardest thing, man. It's the hardest thing on earth. But when you learn it, you become humble with it. All right? So Wakandas, get the fuck out my face. All this fucking money, 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 money. And all this fucking worried about the fucking machine. Yeah, 2 slaps on your motherfucking master you deserve. From that day one, we had niggas like these Wakandas. Always worried about money and talking about the fucking machine. Fucking sellout, man. These are the fucking sellout niggas. Walking around all the time like y'all got something. Y'all got something. Walking around with a fucking Louis Vuitton in the fucking ghetto. I don't care if it's brand new or it's real. This shit look fake in your zip code, bitch ass nigga. Let me not even get off the fucking topic. But all I'm saying, Crawford, you right now, you all the way in, man. Ain't no way more half stepping than it is. You're the fuck all the way in, man. You making the machine, you making the machine work. And you putting them on blast right now. And as a boxer, listen, if you know you're gonna retire, you ain't gonna be going to 37 and 38 and being the oldest welterweight champion like Manny Pacquiao, or if you know you're not really cut through a certain cloth where you know you're not gonna go that far, then I understand that you're gonna retire soon, and I have no problem with that. You're not a George Foreman knocking out a 20 so more, or you a Bernard that's going that far. If you know you're not going that far in boxing, right, and you know you have a limit, well, brother, within the time span, you did a lot. But for me, I need you to cure this fucking virus that's going on. And a lot of fans need this shit. So fuck Errol Spence and the machine. Yeah, they might say you duck, but watch. Oops, you end up fighting a young blood. Whether you win or lose, brother, they got to get up and applaud you. Because you brought back boxing. You brought back boxing. So I don't care about this fucking Errol Spence and this fight no more. I really don't give a fuck. And since the PBC couldn't give me the fight this fucking year, 6 months, right? But it takes a whole year to fucking negotiate a fucking fight. And y'all said, now I'm going to bring in the fuck, yeah, this is an hour fucking video. Now I'm going to start what they said with Terrance Crawford. Oh, you told this nigga, right? Get a belt. Then you told this nigga. Here comes the fucking, you told this nigga, right? Leave Bob Arum and leave Top Rank because you're looking like Top Rank Toby. You're looking like Top Rank Toby, right? All this shit, right? Then you tell him, nigga, you gotta fight Sean Porter. You gotta fight Sean Porter, where the PBC couldn't even fucking afford Sean Porter and give him $4 million to fight, and couldn't give fucking Crawford $6 million guaranteed to fight. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all want this nigga to fight Sean Porter, but Sean Porter and Terrance Crawford had to go all the way back to Top Rank to get that fight. And guess what? The same motherfucker y'all used to like to make this argument with Bob Arum. Bob Arum saying, oh, I lost so much money on Crawford, I could build a Beverly Hills on fucking whatever fuck he said that he lost so money. But at the end, he still give this nigga $6 million guaranteed to fight Sean Porter, and also Sean Porter $4 million, where the PBC had no time with that. Plus, you got Tim Smith talking about we don't want to embarrass Crawford because guess what? We don't have the money for him. Knowing you got the money for Canelo. Yo, do this, Crawford. Do that, Crawford. Do this, Crawford. Do that, Crawford. Nigga, Crawford, I'm going to tell you like the way it is, man. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas and their bullshit. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when you go do something that they expect you to do, and you win or you lose, if you win, hey, you win. If you lose, you still win. Because guess what? Whatever you give to that person that you pass the torch to, and Errol Spence still wants to be undisputed, because he ain't gonna get it from you. Fuck that shit. Fuck that nigga. Since there's so much fucking drama, well, if this man got the WBO belt and this motherfucker's still talking about strap season, well, the same arguments that was going on with Crawford is got to go on with this nigga. Now we're going to see who was telling the fucking truth and who goes down in history as a fucking floppy fucking fish. Get the fuck out of here. All I ask you is subscribe. I ain't ask you for the money. Subscribe, get these fucking numbers up so I can get really nasty with niggas like Knockout and Best Fight the Best. Because I ain't over with you, Best Fight the Best. I still got beef with you. I'm just simmering right now. Okay? I'm moving on with my life. But at the same day, I still got more for you, my nigga. And Knockout, say my fucking name. Just say my fucking name or just act like you don't hear me and you don't watch my videos, nigga. Just do that right now. Just do that right now because I still got more for you, my nigga. Yo, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm giving you fucking caps for you to read in between the line. I'm capping like a motherfucker out here, yo. I put this work in everywhere, my nigga. All right, enough about me and my bitch ass self, nigga. Go on with yourself and your fucking Crawford haters, your Crawford haters and your Errol Spence lovers, and always want fucking Crawford to do. You know what? Just leave me the fuck on. Go beat off somewhere, man. Fuck y'all niggas.